Slash I do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? So I was trying to get creative and come up with a new cocktail. I wish you could see my shirt better, though. See if I can adjust where you can see the shirt. Let me back up my camera. Let me adjust that just a little different. There we go. Let me stand up so you can see my Four Finger shirt. So I got this from Four Fingers, a distillery in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is their barrel proof rye, and although I say barrel proof, it's only 108. Distilling at a lower proof gives you a much cleaner product. So it's 108. So Distillers Select. Let me show you this bottle. I really like that distillery. They were very informative. I wish I had more time to spend there, but I was trying to get to a few other places. Otherwise, I just would have spent the day there. I was trying to make rounds, man. I only had one day there, so I was trying to get a few things in, but wow, they were really good. Let me show you the back of that bottle. So here's what I did here is I got 2 ounces of this whiskey. I think I'm going to call this drink Fall Apple Spice, but it's kind of a working title at this point. So it's 2 apples of that, or 2 apples, 2 ounces of that, 2 ounces of that whiskey, and then 1 ounce of Laird straight apple brandy. They're bottled and bond at 100 proof. So I've got 2 ounces, 1 ounce, and then 1 ounce of my house-made apple spice simple syrup that I make using dried spiced apples and a little bit of spice. And I also, at the end, I added a couple drops of couple dashes of some ginger bitters for some additional spice. Let me show you this cocktail because it's really pretty, man. I managed. I put one of the apple rings in there for a garnish, but it looked a little plain. So then I was gonna put a cherry in there, and I was somehow managed to be able to drop it right in the center there. And I think a bug just got in my cocktail there as I was talking there. I don't know if you can see that cherry in there, but anyway. It's not really an old fashioned, it's not really a Manhattan. And I do like a straight up cocktail, especially going into the fall. I think this particular cocktail really is best served just chilled without ice in the glass. So again, I've got 2 ounces of the rye. I've got 1 ounce of the Laird's bottled and bond. 1 ounce of my homemade simple syrup, and just a couple dashes of some ginger bitters. Some of you know I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest for bitters, man. I was only able to find one different one out. I thought I would run into more, but the truth is I really didn't go to that many liquor stores to really search. But I did find these just before we headed home at Total Wine in St. Louis. So ginger bitters. Let me show you that there. And I'm going to show you the Laird's bottle again. It's a classic, Laird's a classic apple brandy, or Applejack, if you will. Straight apple brandy distilled by Laird. Bottled and bond. So bottled and bond's 100 proof. So there you go. I wanted to add, I was going to do with just the rye and the simple, but then I decided to add the Laird's for additional apple in there, kick up the cocktail, kick up the elegance a little bit. To make a great after dinner or / dessert cocktail. It's a great fireplace cocktail. It also would serve as a digestif. And you can certainly adjust the proportions to your taste. And this is admittedly the first time I've made this cocktail. I just had the recipe in my head, so this is the first time I've tried it, so I may adjust it myself. But I do kind of like the way these proportions work together. Man, that's delicious. Still not sure how, with my bad hands, how I was able to drop that cherry right in that center. But nevertheless, I'm rather happy with myself. It's the little things, man. I wasn't going to put the cherry. I was just going to do the apple ring, but then it kind of looked a little plain. So I dropped that cherry in there for some color. Which, now that I've done that, gives me the idea to try the same thing, but using pineapple. Do like a pineapple upside down cake kind of cocktail kind of thing. But I need to find a pineapple liqueur, I guess, to make that work. Trying to come up with fall ideas, fall cocktails. Really like this one, though. Even with that 108 proof rye and that 100 proof brandy, I mean, and of course I've got the ounce of simple in there, but wow, it is remarkably easy to drink. Of course, I don't get the alcohol burn like a lot of folks get. My wife is very sensitive to it, so she tastes things right away, but for me, I get no burn whatsoever. This is absolutely delicious, man. Yeah, we're definitely have to going to do that one again. Oh, that is delicious. So let me show you this Four Fingers again. Four Fingers is an interesting distillery with an interesting story. They had another name up until about a couple years ago. But it was based on a story from the beginning, or something that happened. I guess it wasn't made up. Same story seems like it was made up. But the original distiller had lost a finger while they were preparing to open way back when. They opened that with a different name and stayed that way for a while until the son of two of the owners bought him out, and then he changed the name to Four Fingers. I'm telling you, the products are simply amazing. And the bartender I had that particular day, again, was very friendly, very knowledgeable, very courteous. I could have spent all day there, but like I said, I had one day in Indianapolis, and I was trying to make the rounds, man. But this stuff is really good. Let me show you this bottle one last time. Show you the back of that. $12.05. It says distilled and bottled by 1205 Distillery, which was the original name, 1205 Distillery. So there we go. Sláinte, I gotta tell you, this thing is wow. Yeah, that's definitely one I'm gonna have to do again. That is wonderful. Oh my Lord, that is tasty. That is good, man. I don't care who you are. Anyway, I'm going to show you these products one more time before wrapping up. Four Fingers. Four Fingers Distillery, barrel proof rye. Let me show you that bottle. The Laird's, the classic straight apple brandy, Laird and Company. This is their bottled and bond at 100 proof. Let me show you that bottle. And then again, just to add a little spice in the finish, The first time I tried making apple syrup a couple weeks ago, I added a little candied ginger to it, and that candied ginger melted and gave me a little bit too much ginger in the flavor. So this time I didn't use any ginger in the syrup itself, but I wanted to add the ginger bitters to add that additional spice. And this one has worked out just fine. So anyway, I digress. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and oh my God, that is just delicious. I haven't tried, so typically when I open a product, I try it neat first, or I try it neat and on the rocks first. But I went straight to the cocktail with this, so I didn't try this product on its own. So we're going to have to go back and do that video. But I've been dying to try this cocktail, and since I made that syrup and had it ready to go, I really wanted to find out. So anyway, I already gave you the other spiel. We're just going to skip to the end. Say all around good guy, Sláinte.